Last but most certainly not least, Sagittarius, you are up for the January money energy reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right. So the general readings are already up for all of the signs for January. The love readings are already up for all of the signs for January. Obviously, this is the money reading. I have been doing more collective readings lately, and now that I'm finishing up the money readings, I will start doing those again. Whatever reading you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now, pre-shuffle energy. Something strange happened. I was going through the cards, doing the shuffling, and then Judgment came out, and another card came out. And something said to me, oh yeah, Denial came out too. Something said to me, I heard, you don't need their money. And I was like, okay. So I was like, this sounds like a court matter. And then I kid you not, as soon as I'm putting the cards back together, one card is like caught out. This, hold on, let me show you an example. Like one card was out like this, and something said, look at the card. So I take the card, I look at it, and then sure enough, it said justice. I kid you not. So I was like, okay, definitely a court matter. Now, this is pre-shuffle energy. This doesn't mean this is going to show up in the main reading. This is very, very specific and probably will only resonate with one person, and that's fine. One thing that I picked up was that you may end up, if for those of you who may end up in court or you're already in court and it seems like it's taking forever because the Knight of Pentacles came out too, where you're trying to get something or some type of compensation or something that you feel is owed to you, I feel that you may lose in court, but you'll win in the end. So it may be some type of compensation or something that comes through outside of the courtroom. It is what I feel it may be. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, the sign Pisces came to mind. It was very, very specific. I heard Pisces. So some of you, whatever this is regarding, it may have something to do with the Pisces. Just saying. So yeah, that's the pre-shuffle energy. Let's go ahead and get into the main energy. I'm using the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck. I'm using one of my custom money tarot decks, and I'm using a regular tarot deck. All right, so may I have the energy for Sagittarius for January? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for January? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for January? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? May I have a card, please? Okay. No, I'm not taking that. Okay. Because I would prefer for it to fall out all the way. Thank you. That turned over. That I will take. All right. Let's see what this is. Focus on your priorities. That's what it says. Focus on your priorities. And it says, where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you find better help you feel better and more confident. So focus on your priorities. All right, and let's take some cards, please. Let's see what we're going to get here. Energy for Sagittarius for January. Energy for Sagittarius for January. Energy for Sagittarius for January. What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? Something's telling me to take this card. What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? May I have some more cards, please? Thank you. That's interesting. May I have some more cards, please? Thank you. Wow. Oh, okay. Now that makes sense. Okay. All right. Some of you might be trading, doing some type of trading online, trying to see if you can double your money. Thank you. Ooh, that's a good one too. All right. Let's see what else. Thank you. Wow. Okay. That luck. Jupiter is Sagittarius's ruling planet. That lucky Jupiter. Okay. Take some more, please. Thank you. Wow. This is looking, I know you're like, KC, can we find out what the cards are? I need to pull one more. Usually I try to pull them in, picking up the energy. And then I like to do the reveal afterwards. So yeah, but I promise you, it's going to be good. Okay. Here we go. Bottom of the deck. Now be careful with your information. Be careful. Watch all of your transactions on your bank account. Bank fraud is at the bottom of the deck. So you, especially with you having money coming in, because money is coming in. I'm telling you that right now. All right. So, first card that came out, cryptocurrency. So I honestly feel some of you might be trading in crypto. And like I said, and I said it jokingly, trying to double your money, because I don't recommend that. Because if there's a lot of reward, there's a lot of risk. So what I will tell you is be tempered, because in the tarot deck, one of the major arcanas that represent Sagittarius is temperance. So be tempered in your financial approach when it comes to making additional money. All right? The second card that came out is work from home. So again, I feel like some of you may be trading from home. This is where some of you might be turning this into like your actual job is what you may be doing. So work from home, or some of you could just be working from home. But I honestly feel this is more of an independent vibe from the energy in the other cards that came out, and you'll see that in a second. Now, this card that came out is check your mailbox regularly. So there's something on its way to you that you need to look out for. Something just said to me, for something you were expecting before, it was delayed. It's arriving in more than likely in January, especially during Mercury retrograde. I feel like it's something that some of you may have forgotten about or just written off. Like, it's whatever. So check your mailbox regularly. All right. And then card that follows it is unexpected money. That might be what's coming into the mailbox. So, but you have unexpected money coming in. And then after that, we have starting a business. So I'm going back to the work from home card, where this is what you may be doing, working from home, starting your own home business, which, by the way, congratulations to those who have started home businesses and are thinking about starting a home business. But starting a business. And then finally that came out is 3 weeks. So 3 weeks. Something of significance may happen within 3 weeks, or there may be something that requires a 3-week commitment. But if it's something that's going to happen in 3 weeks, it could be 3 weeks from when you watch or listen to this, or it could be 3 weeks from today, which today is December the 30th that this is being recorded. So it may be 3 weeks from December the 30th is what that may be. So around, I guess, January the 22nd, give or take. And also something is saying to me as well that makes sense because Mercury retrograde ends around the 19th. And yeah, so if something was delayed, it may come through around that time. So maybe around the 22nd or so. All right, and then the card I set to the side, let's see what this is. College, university. So somebody may be thinking about going back to school. Some of you might be going back to school to learn about business. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, I heard that someone might be graduating too. Go figure. Like not a summer graduate, because there's some colleges, they do it throughout the quarters. So I feel that some of you who this is resonating with, maybe you're already graduating from college, and now because you're graduating with your bachelor's or your associates or whatever, your master's in something, you're like, okay, now I can go ahead and start the business and do that. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's set these to the side. Let me get the regular tarot, and then I'm going to add some color to this, and we'll wrap it on up. Money energy for Sagittarius for January. Money energy for Sagittarius for January. Something is telling me, this card is calling to me. Something's telling me to look at this. It's off on the side. I'm like, okay, what is this? Oh, do the work. Do the work. You have to put in the work. And that I don't see a problem with. I literally do not know any lazy Sagittarians. I literally don't. And I know a lot of Sagittarians. My brother's one, my dad's one, my auntie's one. You know, I know plenty of Sagittarians. None of them I know have ever been lazy. So doing the work, I don't see that being a problem for you. Money energy for Sagittarius for January. Can we clarify the cards on the table? Can we clarify the cards on the table? Can we clarify the cards on the table for January for money energy for Sagittarius? Bottom of the deck is Two of Cups. That's a partnership card. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Something just said to me, be careful who you go into business with. Because with starting a business, you might get a partner. Just make sure you do a background check. Ace of Wands, this is a business starting card. This is about passion. This is about new. Don't forget aces are new. My ear is itching. Somebody's talking about me. Don't forget aces are new. And with wands being fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is an entrepreneurial energy, is what this is. I might title this reading that, Entrepreneurial Energy. I like the sound of that. Okay, let me take some more cards right quick and then we'll close it out. And something's saying to me, some of you are doing this because you're just tired of like the same old, same old. Knight of Swords, you'll be taking swift action on this. Is what you will be doing. Air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Now, going back to the partnership thing, some of you could be partnering with an air sign, which usually fire and air do pretty well together. So, thank you. The Hierophant, yeah, a commitment. Going back to a partnership is something official. It is what it is. Now, something just said to me, for some of you who are starting a business, you might be getting a contract with like a government contract or a city contract, something involving, or maybe an institution. So it could be, let's say you're starting something related to healthcare, you might get a contract with a hospital or a bunch of hospitals, stuff like that. Also, something just said to me, if you're going into the medical field, starting your own business, you might want to consider talking to a union member, like a person who is high up in a union that deals with medical professionals. They might be of use to you. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Anything else coming out as we're closing this out? Thank you. Ten of Cups. So that's fulfillment. That's family. Water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Bottom of the deck. Didn't I tell you, I feel like some of you are dealing with the Pisces. Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Can be about enlightenment, seeing things differently, can be about sacrifice, can be about being suspended, where you feel like there may not be any movement. For some of you, I feel like that might be the case if you're already starting the business, where you feel like it's not moving as fast as you would like. Don't forget, Mercury is in retrograde. So that will play a role, but it will move forward as well. Woo! That really just flew. All right, this came out reverse. Which, Nine of Pentacles, which is independent, but it came out in the reverse. Some of you, make sure that you're confident in what you're doing. Also, don't let any delays stop you from, wow, we're already at 16 minutes. I did not expect that. Anyways, let me wrap this up. Don't allow any delays to deter you from pursuing your goal. Don't let delays get to you. Because I feel that's what this is about. Where, especially in January, there may be some delays on certain things. Don't let that get to you. Okay, that's just way too many, but Four of Cups. Make sure you are not oblivious to things. Stay open to offers. And then we have 4 cards that came out here. We have the Seven of Cups, options, the Queen of Cups, intuition, the Six of Wands, victory. Didn't I tell you don't let that stuff deter you? And then you have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, stay out of your head and you'll be fine. Listen to your intuition. Remember, not everything that glitters is gold with Seven of Cups. And you'll be good. You got this. If you do the work and you listen to your intuition, you're going to end up in that Six of Wands energy with the recognition, the praise, and that victory. All right, so I'm titling this Entrepreneurial Energy. And then at the bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups, Celebration. So again, you'll be fine. All right, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, be blessed.